Okay, so we have now this setup. We have multiple cameras, we have microphones, we have screens, but that also makes it very hard to control. So overall, we want to have a bit more control. We want to crop certain areas of the picture because there's menus on the screen. We want to have, we want to be able to switch between different camera inputs, and we want to control what we send out to the viewers. So the way to do that is to place a piece of software between all the inputs coming into the device, the cameras, the microphones, and the outputs, what we're sending to Zoom or Teams or WebEx or whatever conferencing tool you're using. That software is called OBS Studio. It's free software, you can download and install it, and there's plenty of tutorials online that explain you how to set it up, how to configure everything. If you're interested, we're happy to do more tutorials about that. But for now, we want to show you how we've used it and what you could do with it. Let's take a look. This is Open Broadcaster Software Studio. And in general, you will have different scenes. So scenes are configurations of different inputs, and you can switch between them. So this is a scene that contains one video input, the one from CamLink, and you can see there's a lot of menus on it. So the first thing we've done is we've created a camera where we've cropped it out. So all the menus are off the screen, and that's been deleted. Then there's a lot of other options here. So we can make different configurations. So for example, one could be where we put a background in, so the camera against a background. We can do a combination of a screen and the presentation. We can also make the presentation larger and the camera smaller. So we can switch between all these different options, and these are all pre-designed layouts. Now, this tool, OBS takes the inputs, but there is also a tool called Virtual Cam. And what that tool does, it creates a software webcam in your system. So if I go back to Zoom and I start a meeting, then I change the settings. So instead of the video, this time I choose OBS camera. And if I start the camera, now I have the input from OBS. So if I switch here to, for example, this, you will also see that it will be different in what I send out to Zoom. So this gives me full control over what I send out to the participants. If I spotlight and highlight my video, this is what the participants will see. Now, this gives you a lot of options. The difficulty is to keep control. So I don't want to click every time in OBS if I need to switch a scene. So what I've done is I've set up hotkeys, and these hotkeys, you can configure them in OBS, and I've mapped them to this keyboard. So this is a keyboard I bought on AliExpress, and all these buttons, you can assign them combinations. Ctrl+Shift+1, Alt+Shift+2, and so on. I use those same combinations in Open Broadcaster Studio. And that means that just by pushing these buttons, I can switch between the different scenes. So I can just say I want to show the slide full screen, or I want to do my camera full screen, or switch between this preset, and that gives you a lot of control. So I can make all kinds of presets, I can make all kinds of scenes. And the nice thing is you can go really nuts. You can even include external cameras. For example, my phone is broadcasting at the moment, and I can bring that in, and I can even show Jeroen, who's behind the camera all the time, and bring that as well. You can do the same with Skype and a lot of other tools as well. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration. If you want to know more, there's a lot of things you can find online about how to work with OBS and all these tools. And if you have any questions, let us know, and we're happy to provide you with more details.